So, what is NDEAM? And I'm sure we all are aware that NDEAM stands for National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and it is observed every October across Canada and other parts of the world. It's a month-long opportunity for us to celebrate and recognize the contributions of people who have a disability in the workplace and in their communities. At the same time, it's about raising awareness and to keep the conversation going about disability inclusion in the workplace and why it is so important. And for employment service providers such as yourselves, ending is both a celebration and an opportunity to share your work, start conversations with businesses, and keep inclusion on top of mind. And our 2025 theme is inclusive employment across Canada, building a workforce without barriers. Our focus is about uniting the country as a whole and making inclusive a nationwide practice. And our tagline that accompanies this theme is going to be work without barrier. So every year for NDEAM, our hashtags are engaged talent. And for this year's theme, it's work without barriers. And as we know, the DEI conversation has really shifted. Many leaders are seeking tangible, business aligned outcomes, productivity, innovation, and the list goes on. And with the current climate, there's a lot of focus on economic production or the economy. So, our message is to show how inclusion, specifically disability inclusion, can build Canada's broader economy and provide businesses success for their core goals. So, the first, we're going to be painting the reality by saying the business case is clear. We have 8 million Canadians who have a disability, but yet 74% face barriers at work and 67% before they're even hired. Now, there's the opportunity because inclusive companies are able to 2.6 times their net income, 1.6 times their revenue, and have 25% more in production. And by not including people who have a disability, we are losing $50 billion to Canada's economy. And lastly, inclusive organizations are 8 times stronger in innovation, retention, and service. We're hoping these key stats and messages paint the picture of the business case for disability inclusion in the workplace. And here's a little sneak peek of the kind of messaging and visuals we'll be using on Odin socials this year. Now, you as employment service providers are at the heart of NDEAM. You're the bridge that connects businesses with the talent, resources, and conversations that really drive disability inclusion forward. You're amplifying the messaging. And one of the most visible ways employment service providers can amplify NDEAM is Light It Up for NDEAM, where every landmark, building, business lights up in blue and purple to show their support for disability inclusion in the workplace. And now we're also going to share the PR toolkit that helps you amplify these messages and connect with people across the board. So we can't wait to work together and make this national movement even bigger and better. So this year, for our 7 tips sheet, more specifically, we are creating materials to support your business outreach. So the 7 tips sheet for this year's NDEAM campaign is called 7 Tips for Effective Business Outreach. It provides practical strategies and guide questions with employers. It's about how can you maximize your impact when you do connect with businesses. We're also creating customizable email templates for you to utilize when you are outreaching with businesses and following up. There's a 3-part outreach sequence that we have mapped out and provided templates for. Lastly, as every year, our toolkit has templated press releases and social graphics that you'll be able to use on your socials to continue sharing this year's message, that is work without barriers. Other campaign elements include a social media calendar template. We know a lot of people participate in 31 days of DEAM, but sometimes trying to create content every single day can be tough. So, knowing that this was something that our members are participating in, we decided to create a social media calendar for this year's campaign. You'll also find Odin will be posting every day that you can repost their social media posts online. As always, we have our NDEAM poster that'll be coming out next week that you can co-brand together with Odin and your logo. We'll also be creating email signatures and Zoom backgrounds, such as the one I'm using today. And for businesses, we've developed materials of how they can celebrate NDEAM in the workplace that you can also share with them. And lastly, every week of October, we'll be hosting an event, part of our Work Without Barriers event series. These events are targeted for businesses to learn about different perspectives and different barriers people who have a disability face when in the workplace, and also learn from other business leaders how effective, how much, not effective, but how much disability inclusion has supported their growth. And this year, we have a fun challenge for you all to take part in. And it's the social media challenge called One Thing I Wish Employers Knew. As employment service providers, you work directly with job seekers and you understand their strengths, stories, and the barriers they face. But sometimes employers may not see that perspective or kind of understand where you're coming from. So we're hoping through this social media challenge, we're able to share different perspectives, different thoughts about what's one thing we wish employers understood about disability access or inclusive hiring. So there'll be two ways you can participate. We'll have like a Canva template that you can fill in with like a thought. For example, one thing I wish employers knew is that accommodations cost most of the time nothing, if most, at one-time cost of under $300. You can put that thought in that template and then you can share that post on your socials. Or you can make this into a fun team activity where each staff member shares one sentence or thought on camera for a video, or you can write it as a handwritten sign and take a picture of the sign. And then you can just share those pictures one a day or one altogether as a carousel or one altogether video. We can have fun and play with it. I'm super excited for this challenge because it's something new we're doing for NDEAM. And we'll also have some examples on Odin's socials as well. So definitely feel free to take some inspiration from there. And lastly, we all know our flagship event of NDEAM, are one that continues to grow the conversation about disability inclusion. It's always the third Thursday of October, and this year it's on October 17th. Last year, we nearly saw almost 800 locations. Sorry, the slide says an incorrect number, but this is the real number that we had. Last year, we saw almost 800 locations and 200 communities lit up in purple and blue to support NDEAM. We saw government buildings, landmarks, businesses, and some of the iconic landmarks was CN Tower, Niagara Falls, BC Place. And every October, the excitement keeps growing, and it's already growing now because a lot of you have been sending in your submissions, which I'm really grateful for. And now it's time to kick it up a notch and make this year bigger and better. And we're kind of have a pie in the sky goal of hitting 1,000 locations. Do we think we can do this? I think so. With the help of you, we can for sure do this. So I'm going to now guide you through of how we can all participate in Light It Up for NDEAM. So we have right now under the Light It Up campaign page, we have templates created from email templates for requests and and templates for your NPP about requesting to light up in blue and purple, and they're both available in right now. The templates are available in English, but we also have materials such as a promo flyer, a backgrounder, an FAQ in English and French. And you can start your outreach today. So once you start outreaching to businesses, a municipality, or landmark, whoever it may be in your local area, and they have accepted, here's how we would like you to submit the locations. We ask that you fill out the submission form, the SurveyMonkey that's linked here and on our website. And then on October 16th, head out, take the pictures of the locations you submitted and share them on your socials. Tag Ontario Disability Employment Network and use the hashtags Light It Up for NDEAM, hashtag NDEAM 2025. Alternatively, if you would like, you can also submit locations through our email, lightitup@odinNetwork.com. And if at any point you have any questions about location submissions, or if any of the locations you submitted are not on the website, or any questions you have about Light It Up, please feel free to send us an email at lightitup@odin.com. And here is BC Place in British Columbia, lighting it up for NDEAM last year. And it is a great day to see all the buildings showing support for NDEAM. So I definitely shared quite a bit of information right now. And at this time, I would like to open it up to any questions, comments, or discussions you would like to have.